Hey yarn friends, it's me, LlamaMamaKayla. Thank you for stopping by for a visit. I hope you've been having a great week. I've been having a busy week, a good busy, just yarny busy. So I have been working really hard on my Louisiana blanket that I'm doing for Debbie, the Canadian Crocheters locale. And so I'm just making all different colors of squares. And so I have 10 done so far. So I need to do possibly 10 more for the size of the blanket. I can stop at 16, or I could go 4 more and do 20. We'll see. And each one is going to have something on it, you know, kind of for Louisiana. And so I've just been working on the squares over and over and not doing the little pieces yet because I wanted to wait until I have my squares done so I can decide what colors to do the pieces in. But my hands got to cramping so bad. I think it was about Friday night. My hands were just hurting so bad from doing that same stitch just over and over. And I had to stop. I had to take a break from working on these. So I haven't worked on these since Friday night. I believe it was Friday night. Just to give my hands a little break. But, and so I told my son, Dakota was in here, and I told him, I said, my hands hurt so bad from doing the same stitch over and over. And I told him, I said, give me my Addie King and let me make something on it. And he's like, that's when you know you're really addicted, is when your hands are hurting so bad you have to stop doing this project, but you still want to create, so you get out the Addie King to still make stuff. So anyway, I took a break from that, but I am starting back on that like tomorrow. I'll be working on that. And so I did take a little break over the weekend, and it was just supposed to be over the weekend, and I was working on 2 little simple projects. And it ended up being another project and another project. So, because that's the way I am. And so I've got to get back to just focusing on that. But I didn't start this project until the 8th of February, and I had 10 squares done. So I know that I can easily get 10 more squares done in the next 2 or 3 weeks. Just so, you know, as long as I have it finished by April the 1st. And if I don't finish it by April the 1st, it's no biggie. You know, I would like to enter it in that, but, you know, it's no biggie. I wanted to make the blanket anyway, so I'll just continue to work on it to make it. So when I took the break for that night, I decided to, I didn't know what I wanted to make, but I just wanted to make something. And I thought it'd be best to give my hands a little break and make something on the Addie King. And so this baby chick was born. He's pretty large. Uh-oh, something's falling. He's pretty large. He turned out really cute. He needs a little bow on. I didn't want to dig my ribbon out to tie him a bow, but he needs a bow on his neck. So, his little feetsies. And I made this on the Addie King. This is just a pale yellow, and I guess it's red heart. You know, this might even be like Crafter's Choice, now that I feel of it. It's a little stiffer than red heart. But he's really cute. His little wings for arms. And so what I did on the Addie King was I did 50 rows for the head and body, and then just tied off part of it for the head. And then I did on the Addie Pro, I did his little wings, and I did 25 rows and just closed those off. And then I did his legs on a flower loom and his feet on the flower loom, and then I just kind of, let's see if I can get that. I stitched that together to make his foot. And then his beak I did on a flower loom. And we added eyes. And then I say we because Dakota has to snap the eyes for me because my hands don't have enough strength. My fingers don't have enough strength to snap it on. And then I gave him a little toothy hair. Whew. So anyway, he turned out cute. I forgot to measure him. Here, I got a tape right here. I wanted to measure him, and then I got sidetracked and didn't. So he is roughly without laying him down and getting a great measurement. Let's see, he is longer than I was thinking. Goodness. Wow, he's like 18.5 inches tall, so he's pretty big. Anyway, he's really cute. I might make some more Easter animals throughout the month of March. Anyway, so there's my baby chick. And then I started I made that like Saturday night. Yeah, it was Saturday night when I did that. Because I made that Saturday night, and then Sunday afternoon, I decided I was going to make a very large rabbit. So I have the rabbit body, and this is 60 rows. And then I have the his ears, and I've got to do his legs and arms. But this will be a bunny, and he'll probably sit on the bench over here. And he's purple. Actually, this is Red Heart Orchard. So, and purple is, you know, one of my colors. So, I'll finish him up later. I mean, you know, in the next few days or weeks. I got to get back on those squares. But he's in the making. And then Monday, well, Sunday night, I guess, or over the weekend, I had a really bad toothache. And I wasn't able to get onto my projects or get back on my squares like I wanted to, or finish the rabbits, what I was going to do. And so I didn't get to work that much on that. And then that's why I didn't finish the rabbit, because I ended up in bed. That's it. I took some pain meds and ended up in bed. And then Monday, I didn't go to co-op with Elijah because I was still really, really groggy and just was sleeping. I'd wake up, do a little something, and just fall right back asleep because I'd taken some strong pain meds. And so I didn't go to co-op with Elijah. And then that afternoon, I picked Elijah up from co-op because Dakota had taken him and left him. And I picked him up from co-op, and we were just talking about the day and how things were and stuff. And so one of his friends is having a birthday, and we were talking about what to get her and things like that. And actually, Elijah wanted to go and get her something then. So we went, and he found her a Stitch mug and some cookie cutters, Easter cookie cutters, because she likes to bake cookies. And so we, you know, we're just talking. I usually get her something, make her something. Last year I made her a TARDIS bag. So he asked me about making her a Stitch. And I said, yeah. I told him to pull up a picture on his phone of Stitch. And we looked at it, and we decided to go to Michael's and get some yarn for it. So we went to Michael's, and he picked out this color here for the body. And it's a country blue. So we got that for the body. And then for the parts on the body, turkey. I don't know, that's a turquoise. I don't know what that says, but it's turquoise. We got this for the eye patches and the belly patch. And then we got a little bit of a darker blue for the feet pads and hand pads and such. And this is a Blue Moon Impeccable. So we got those 3 skeins of yarn. I told him I thought I had a darker navy blue at home already to do like the claws on the feet. So this is what I created for him. Stitch. He turned out really cute. I wish his ears stood up, and I did try putting pipe cleaners in the ears, but she has a little brother that's like 4, and I didn't want him to get hurt on him because, you know, I'm sure he might play with it some, and I didn't want the pipe cleaners to hurt him, so I didn't really know what to do. I didn't want to put wire in it and then it poked through and end up hurting her brother. So I don't know how to make his ears stand up. If you have any suggestions, you can tell me, because I'm not giving it to her until Saturday. But anyway, his arms move. They move, and his legs move. And actually, I might move his legs down just a little. They're a little bit high when I sit him down. the legs are just a little bit high. Everybody else says it's fine. Everybody else, the people I live with who really don't care, they say it's fine. But I think his leg, oh, well, now that I push his bottom up, they might be okay. But I might move them down. I'll see. But anyway, if you have any suggestions on the ears, just leave them floppy. It is what it is. I don't know. And so I did have some darker blue, and I just made these little claws on him and his little belly patch. And I did a separate video showing how I put this belly patch on here. Not really how I made it, but I can do a video on that later. But what I did to hold it in place to sew it on. So that video will be coming up soon. Anyway, so I really like Stitch. He turned out really cute. He's like the perfect size to just kind of cuddle. So I know our friend will like it because she loves Stitch. So, and while we were in Michael's, let me just see. And I'm going to set this basket out of my way. Because I have lots of things scattered about here. While we were in Michael's, I needed some gray yarn. Okay, I needed gray yarn because I'm making this blanket the 12 months of the year. It's not the calendar blanket with the snowman and the bear and the Irishman. It's not that blanket. It's another blanket that I'm using. I love this yarn, variegated. And each month I'm making a square out of a certain color variegated yarn that reminds me of the month. And so I'm going to outline those squares in gray. Yes, that's what I'm going to do. I want to outline those in gray. I've went back and forth trying to decide what to do. So while we were in the Michael's Monday, I decided I could do them in gray. And guess what I got? Ta-da! This big, huge, endless, impeccable. And this is the number 4 yarn. And it is True Gray. And this has 1,790 yards. Okay, these puppies were like $19.99 or 20 bucks. I forgot. I don't know if it's $19.99 or 20 bucks. And my Michael's just put these out like maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago. They're already on clearance for 10 bucks, like I can't read it. It was like $9.97.99, something like that. 10 bucks. You can't beat that. So I was very pleased. I think this will be enough. I doubt I'll use 1,790 yards. I don't know, to outline, to go around my blanket, my squares, and then to go around the whole blanket. I don't know. I hope that's enough because I don't want to run out of gray and then have to get a different gray and it not match. And I don't want to buy a whole bunch of those little impeccables at like, what are they, $3.50, $4 a piece, $3.99, something like that. I don't know. I don't want to buy a whole bunch of those, but I thought this was a great price. 10 bucks for that many yards. And it's really, really soft, impeccable. So anyway, I'm just going on and on about this yarn because I was so excited to get this. Like I said, I had seen these in there like 2 or 3 weeks ago at 20 bucks, which, you know, I guess is a good deal if you're getting that much yarn. But I couldn't just pay out 20 bucks on a skein of yarn at the time. And so when I marked it down to 10, I grabbed it up because I was going to have to buy the I Love This yarns at, what are they now, $4.99? They used to be $3.99. I was going to buy those, and it'd probably take several of those to go around those. So anyway, I was happy to get this, as you can tell. So that was one of my things that I did get this week. And I've just seen this over there. I never showed this. I've never had this yarn, Comfy Cotton Blend. I've never even seen this yarn. And Elijah and I were on Walmart, and I saw this, and I told him to go scan it, and he come back and said, "Oh, it's $3." Well, in his defense, he went and scanned several things, too many things that he could keep up with how much each item was. So he come back and said this was $3. I was like, $3? Yeah. And so I got it. Well, it wasn't $3. It was like $5.88, which, you know, is just $3 more than I expected. But I've never used it. It's really soft. So comfy cotton blend. The colorway is Cloud 9. It's a number 3. And it's 392 yards. And I can't really... It's Line brand, as you can see on the front there probably. I can't really read anymore. It's 50% cotton, 50% polyester. So I wanted to make myself something out of that. But as we're nearing the cold season, I don't know. I don't really want to make a scarf and then put it away. So I don't know what I want to make yet. I think I'm just going to save it until I decide on something. But I like looking at it anyway. So I'm just going to set that back over there. Okay, and another thing I did this week was Roselikescrochet. Have you went to her channel? If you haven't, go over and check out Roselikescrochet and subscribe and check out her videos. But she had made some chapstick holders, and anytime I see somebody doing crochet and different things and stuff, I think, I wonder if I could do that on a loom. So I just got my loom out and just made up this little chapstick holder, and it fits perfectly in there. And I'm going to put the little snap button on it. Actually, I have my little snap buttons. I had bought these for a project such as this, but it turns out you need another little tool to put these on. So I put that tool in my Amazon cart, and then I moved it to my Amazon wish list. So eventually I'll get the little tool and snap this on. But it turned out cute, and I put a little keychain thing on it. And I take chapstick everywhere with me, so I think I'm going to make me up several of these and just put on the handles of the different bags I take places, because I have different bags, not counting my purse. I could put one on my purse too, but I also have these different bags that I take different places. Like if I go to co-op, I take a certain bag. To church, I take a certain different bag. Just different places that I go, I have a bag that's mostly already packed for that place. And I'll just throw in a yarn project or whatever else I need to take with me. So I think I'm going to do that and put this on the handle of each one. So I'll have chapstick with me. And another project that I started was, I just got it in my head that I wanted to make like a, I don't really know what to call it, a boho style bag. So I'm going to use just all different colors of purple yarn. You can see what I've got going right there. So this will be the flap. It's going to be like the size of a messenger bag. And this will be the front flap. And eventually it'll be, turn into the bag. But right now I'm just working on the front flap that's going to be the bag. And so I want to use just all different shades of purple, no rhyme or reason, just all kinds. And then in the end, I'm going to take lots of different purple things and just tie on the bag, and it's just going to be like crazy. Like boho, bohemian, gypsy style. I don't know. I just got this image in my head, and I did some searching on Pinterest and found the style that I'm wanting to do. To just, I'm not the only crazy one that come up with this. So I'm gonna be working on this too. When my hand's in a break for that, I'll work on this because this is a totally different stitch. And it'll be a break from doing that stitch. But anyway, so when we were in Walmart, I went to look for, they have the fat quarters, and say if you wanted a red fat quarters to make something, so you're making a quilt or something, you wanted some red, you would go over there and they would have solid red, they would have red polka dot, red chevron, red and white squares, plaid. They would have red with ladybugs. They would have red bandana print. They would have red with all these different things, right? I mean, you would have 10, 12 different choices of red. Well, guess what they had in purple? That's all they had. Just that one lilac color purple. No other purples whatsoever. And I searched and searched, maybe thinking they had some somewhere else, and that was the only purple fat quarter they had. I was so disappointed because I was wanting just to take this and cut it in some little strips, you know, some strips to tie on the bag to hang down. Because I'm seeing this bag as it's finished, just having strips of material hanging from it, ribbons, different things like that. Even some beads, little pom-poms, tassels, all kinds of purple stuff. So I'm going to be on the lookout for anything purple, charms, you know, whatever, that I can tie on the bag. Kind of like, see how this is coming? But it would be a lot more, like I'll weave in these ends because it's going to be the flap of the messenger bag. But along the bag itself on the sides, I just want to have all kinds of things hanging down there. So I'm going to be on the lookout for that. So that's a project that I'm working on. I don't have any deadline to get that done. I'm just working on it. And something that I never did show, well, I think I might have hadn't made a video since I got it. For Valentine's Day, me and my husband are not like super sappy, romantic. Actually, during Valentine's Day that day, he had sent me this, text me a picture of this. It was a heart made with like gun clips and bullets, and it said, "We go together like guns and ammo," or something like that, you know. I text back and said, "Oh, you're so romantic." And then he texted it was like a heart shape of all these bullets. And I was like, "Oh, I should marry you." And he said, "Well, just so happens I'm free this afternoon." And so, you know, I thought, oh, well, he acknowledged it was Valentine's Day. Because some years he, you know, knocks it out of the park and I'm just shocked. Some years, you know, he don't remember it's Valentine's Day. It never crosses his mind, which is totally fine. I'm not the type that has to be romanced, I guess you would say. I don't know. It's no biggie one way or another. But a few months back, my friend Kathy had posted a picture of some yarn kind of wrapped in some cellophane with a ribbon around them, and it had like baby's breath coming out of it. She had shared that, and so I shared it also and said, you know, that, and then I said in the comments below that it was not my picture, it was a picture from the internet, but maybe to give Jody some ideas. And I was just being funny. Well, it gave him ideas. I didn't even know. He didn't like it or nothing, so I didn't even know he even seen it. But look what I got. I was so surprised. Okay. Jody didn't go to the store and buy these. But the fact that he wanted me to have them is like shocking enough, okay? He gave Dakota money and told Dakota to look at that picture on my Facebook and go create it. So, wasn't that sweet? It was really sweet of him to even want to do it because, you know, he didn't have to do anything. He knows it wouldn't have been no big deal if he hadn't have done anything. But I was totally shocked. So, I guess I'll keep him around till next year. And let's see, what else do I have? Oh, for Valentine's Day, I did get a few more little Valentines that I was very shocked about. Some things that very much surprised me. Cindy at Cindy Hearts Crochet. And if you hadn't checked out her channel, go give her a check and subscribe and check out her videos. She sent me a Valentine and some candy and some more little candies, which are long gone. And guess what? Long gone. So That was so sweet of Cindy, and I was totally not expecting that at all. It was totally shocked. So thank you very much, Cindy. It really lifted my spirits that day to find that delivered. And then Amanda at Undercover Yarn Snob sent me a sweet Valentine card. And it's a kitty cat, and his little paws are out, and they move. Isn't that cute? And it kind of looks like our cat Montgomery. He's gray with darker gray stripes. And I have it sitting up here at my desk, and it just reminds me of Montgomery. That cat's a stinker. He's the one that stole the money out of my purse. And I was looking for this loom the other day. It was on my desk, and it wasn't on my desk, and I needed it to make legs for that stitch. And so I was looking and looking and looking for it, and I was telling Dakota it was just here. And I told him, I said, your cats took it, because they take my things all the time. They knock things off the desk, and they run off with them. And he said, my cats did not, And I was like, he did. And the cat was sitting over there on the piano staring at me the whole time that I was looking for this. And so I did find it on the floor down here below. But the cat knocked it off. And so I was telling Dakota that the cat steals my stuff. And he said, I've only trained him to steal money, not your looms. And then I got a little sweet card from Melanie from Stitch to My Lou, and it's pretty flowers and thinking of you card. So that was really nice to get too. And then another sweet surprise, and I've left these in here so I could show this, but I'm gonna rip these out now and use them. But Darlene Hill, you know who you are, surprised me with a very cute card. It's just the sweetest thing, and I mean, like, totally did not expect this whatsoever. And so just a quick look at the stitch markers. Aren't they cute? And this one is a little tassel, a little pie, piece of pie, and a flower with a tassel, a ring, and then a little heart and a jewel. Aren't they so cute? I love those. I didn't have any stitch markers like these, and so I can't wait to use them. Like, I have been wanting to get them out to use them, but I'm gonna take these out and put them over here in my little dish. I have a little dish over here. Well, I have two of them actually. I have two little dishes, a llama, and I usually like have little stitch markers right here that I can grab real easy. And I have another one, and it's got a bunch of little things in it so I don't want to spill down, plus needles, but it's a little llama too. I have that over here, and a cute little stitch marker, so that's where these will go, so that I can grab them and use them when I need to. But thank you, Darlene. I appreciate that so much. And thank you, Melanie and Amanda and Cindy. Thank you all so much for those little Valentine surprises. That was so special and meant a lot to me. And then I have one other thing that came in the mail today. And actually, when I was at Michael's on Monday, and I know I've mentioned that I love this yarn, but it's very hard to get here. And I check Michael's often for this yarn, but they just never have it. And when they do have a skein, they usually have like one or two skeins, and I grab them up. And so in in January, I found two skeins of it, and I sent them to Ella. And then I didn't know that they were like so easily to get in Tennessee where Ella lives. I just figured, oh, Michael's hardly ever got any in, but she actually had some, but she was going to add that to it and make a larger project. So I sent those two skeins to Ella, and I kept checking back at my Michael's to see if they'd got any in. And Monday, whenever Elijah and I were in, I went over to see if they had any bonbon, and they did not. And so today, look what showed up at my house. Oh, it's sealed. It's sealed, silly. Look what showed up at my house today. From Summer at Summer's Tips and Stitches. Yay! Thank you so much, Summer. I had just a little bit of this left, and I made this. And then I just have a little scrap piece left. I don't even know where it's at. I just have a little scrap piece left of it. But now I have another skein. So thank you so much, Summer. I love that. And I know I had mentioned on a video a while back that this was hard to get in my neck of the woods. Because let me just tell you, my Michaels, they need to step up their yarn. They need to clean up their yarn section. And they need to stock it. But I've even had people, like when I'm in there, I'll ask someone if they could check the computer to see if they have any bonbon and get them to go back there and scan the little tag where the yarn goes. And, you know, they'll say, oh, we have one skein, but no telling where it's at in the store. Anyway, and then she also surprised me with this little llama bag. Ain't that so cute? It's so stinking cute. I love it. And I love bags. I love bags. And this has the prettiest print on the inside too. So not only will I smile when I pull it out, I'll smile again when I open it up to get something out of it. But I love little bags like this. Like in my purse, I have like several different little bags because I can't stand for stuff to just fall to the bottom and can't find them. So I have little bags designated for certain things, you know. And then in my bags that I have that go to certain places, I'll have bags in those too. So thank you. I never have too many of these bags. So thank you so much, Summer. I love that. I appreciate that so much. It's nice having yarny friends who know how to make you smile. So thanks a bunch, Summer. And I guess that's all I have for today. I do have several videos coming out. There's the March Bingo, the new card coming out. There's also the winner for February's Bingo coming out. And the sign-ups for the April yarn swap will be coming out. I think sign-ups will start like March the 1st for about a week. So be watching for that video so you can sign up. And I do want to say this, the yarn bingo and the swaps are for my subscribers. I'm doing this for my subscribers. So if you are a subscriber, you're welcome to participate. If you're just passing by and you're not going to like keep up with videos, this isn't the thing for you to participate in. I'm saying that as nicely as I can be, because the people who do participate in the swaps, they need to be regularly watching videos for updates and new information and stuff like that. Because when I do a video to say, okay, the emails have been sent out, check your email. If you didn't get the email, email me. So they need to see that video so they can email me and let me know, and not wait a month later and then email me and say, or contact me on a different media and say, you know, did you ever send emails? Yes, there was even a video about it. So it is for regular viewers, subscribers who watch regularly. So anyway, but those videos are coming out like in the end of this week. And it is the end of this week. So lots of exciting things coming out. And I will link the people who I mentioned in the today that have podcasts. I will be linking them below so you can go check out their channels. And thank you for stopping by. I enjoyed my visit with you, and I hope you enjoyed your visit, and I hope you stop by again. Oh, did you see? I'm almost to 1,000. Wow. I never would have thought I would have hit 1,000. Like, I wasn't doing this for subscribers. I was just doing this because, you know, I just wanted to show people what I was making with my looms. And I was watching YouTubers who were crocheting and knitting, and I loved seeing their projects, and I wanted to show somebody my projects too. And, you know, now I have a lot of people who are tuning in and watching, and I consider you all friends, and that is exciting. But really, I only thought, I might get 10, 20 people and just connect with them, and I'd be more than happy with that. I'm not doing this for any other purpose. Like, I'm not going to get rich on YouTube. Okay. Nobody is. Okay. Except for that little boy Ryan's parents, Ryan's World or something like that. Like, why didn't I think of that? I could have filmed my kids playing with toys when they were little, and then they could have had their own toy line. But anyway, they're the only ones getting rich on YouTube. I'm sure there's somebody else, but that's not my goal. It'll never happen, and it's not my goal anyway. I just want to show what I'm making with my yarn, and I want to see what other people are making with their yarn and talk about yarn, because that's what I like. Anyway, thanks for stopping by, and I will see you very soon with some videos about March